Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Sullivan. Chief Minister Pramod Sawant has declared that the government will streamline licenses for sand mining and stone quarrying. He said a clearance had been received for sand mining in the north and people could apply for licenses. People could also apply for NOCs for stone quarrying and licenses in private properties, which will be given within a month. People could also apply for permissions for quarrying on comunidad land and government land with due NOCs.
डायरेक्टली माणसाक अप्लाय करपाचे आणि सेम त्यांनी तेजी इनवर्ट कॉपी घेऊन गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियाचो पोर्टल आसा तो डायरेक्टली फॉर एनवायरमेंट क्लियरन्स पोर्टलाचें नांव आतां याद जायना त्या पोर्टलाचेर पॅरलली अप्लाय करपाचे 25 ते 30 दिसाच्या भितर ताका एनवायरमेंट क्लियरन्स लेटर हे मेळटा ते सेम माणसा कडेन वचपाचे एका म्हयन्या भितर आमी ताका ऑफिशियली चिरे काडपाक लायसन्स दिता इन प्रायवेट लँडाक जर गव्हर्नमेंट लँड आसत आनी जर थंयसर आसत जाल्यार तेणी DMGक अप्लाय करपाचे DMG ताका ऑफिशियली लीज जी आसा हे ऑफिशियली लीज दितलो ताजे आमी ते रूल्स करपाक घेतला गव्हर्नमेंट लँडाचो मातसो उशीर लागतलो कोमुनिदाद लँडाचे जर कोमुनिदाद कमिटीन ताका NOC दिले आसत जाल्यार ती घेवन तेणी डायरेक्टर मायन्स आनी एनवायरमेंट क्लियरन्स EC घेवपाक एनवायरमेंट डिपार्टमेंटाच्या पोर्टलाचेर अप्लाय करपाचे सो दॅट ताका दोनूय पॅरलली अप्लाय करपाचे मॅक्झिमम टू मॅक्झिमम प्रोसेस इज 1 month to 45 days आम्ही रेग्युलर पैसे भरून चिरे काडपा खातीर अलाव केला एक प्रोसेस स्ट्रीमलाइन केला
म्हणजे गव्हर्नमेंट लँडान तुम्ही आता लिगली तेणी अप्लाय केला काडपा दितले
लिगली पैसे भरून गव्हर्नमेंटाच्या लीज एरियाचे पैसे त्यांनी भरपाचे आनी ताका काडपाक दिता
जे इलिगली काडटा तेंच्यांनी अप्लाय केला तुम्ही तांकां दितले म्हणजे जे विदाउट सांगिन
लिगली सगळे बंद केला
पण बाकीचे न्हयांचे ड्रेनेजचे बाकीचे न्हयांचे प्रश्न
बाकीचे मांडवी जुवारी आणि हेवटेन सावथाच्यो ताच्या एनआयओचो रिपोर्ट मेळपाचो आसा 2 बेगीन मेळटले इट इज इन प्रोसेस फुडल्या म्हयन्या भितर 2 रिपोर्ट मेळटले ओके ताजे उपरांत हे सगळे हायकोर्ट मॉनिटर करता आणि हायकोर्टाच्या मॉनिटरिंगाच्या प्रमाणे एनआयओचे रिपोर्ट येयल्या उपरांतूच कितली क्वॉन्टिटी आणि खंयच्या पॅचान आमी एरिया काडू शकता हे आयडेंटिफाय जाले काय त्याच पॅचान आमी काडूंक एलाव करता.
Prasad Polchi for Herald TV.
7 lakh square meters of land was allocated to the proposed IIT project at Sange. Of that, about 4 lakh square meters of land is perceived as unusable by the centre. Archives and Archaeology Minister Subhash Phaldesai has said that he is trying to get plain flat land for the project. The owners have agreed to give that land and the proposal is before the government to acquire it.
There is a extra land which is available adjacent to the proposed IIT site. Right now, the IIT site खातीर जी land 7 lakh दिल्ली तातूंतले around 4 lakh unusable मेळटा. So IIT has reverted back to government saying that the land which is the proposed land does not have sufficient usable land. So for that purpose, it cannot IIT cannot come on that if you don't provide additional land. So we are trying to get the land which is plain flat land, and the owners have come forward to give that land and the government may acquire it. So we have put a proposal with the government. So government will take necessary appropriate decision.
But how long it will take? Because तुमका सेंटराक तेंका सांगूंक जाय न्हू बाबा आमकां
It will be done immediately.
So government is also in favor of that taking that land because तुम्ही म्हटलेलं पळय तसं.
So IIT at any case will not go from Sangem.
Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
When locals of Tuai gave up 6 lakh square meters of land for the much glorified electronic city cluster, they were hopeful that the project would bring in jobs and other opportunities. However, 7 years after PM Narendra Modi inaugurated it, the electronic city in Tuai is only a deserted land with roads leading to a few incomplete structures. The Panchayat will meet the chairperson of the electronic city to discuss the status.
The foundation stone for the project was laid by Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Panjim virtually during his visit to the state 6 years ago. The government's ambitious electronic city cluster at Tuai village was to be ready for the setting up of industries by March 2022, said Chief Minister Pramod Sawant in September 2021.
पहिले म्हटल्यार इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिटी आता जाता जाता म्हणून अजूनही कांयच ना आमचे ग्रामसभेकूय बोबाळ जालो की इलेक्ट्रिक सिटी केन्ना जातली आणि आमच्या लोकांचे जागे गेल्या तुम्ही कितें केल्या पंचायतीन कितें केल्या तेन्ना आमी पंचायतींतल्यान ठराव म्हणजे हे एक डिसिजन घेतले की आमी आतां पर्सनली वचोन आमी कोण इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सिटीचे चेअरपर्सन आसा तांकां मेळटली कित्याक लोक म्हणटा आमचे हांगाचे जागे गेल्या आमच्या भुरग्यांक जॉब गावतले काय ना हांगर कसली कंपनीज येतल्यो कसले जॉब आसतले ते हितून आमी आतां पर्सनली वचोन चेअरपर्सनाक मेळपाकूच आसा. हांगार आमी आतां इन्स्पेक्शन करपाक गेल्ली म्हटल्यार हांगार पळोवंक गेल्यार हांगार सद्या कांयच अशें चालू दिसना. सो त्या खातीर पयलीं आमी हें इन्स्पेक्शन करपाक गेल्ली आनी आतां आमी पर्सनली वचोन आमी मेळोन आतां जाणून घेतली आनी एक रिक्वेस्टूय करतली की जे कितें हांगार कंपनीज येतल्यो कितें येतल्यो आमच्या गांवान आनी आमच्या गांवाच्या लोकांचो जागो गेला सो तेका आमकां पंचायतीक इन्फॉर्मेशन दिया म्हणून.
तुमकां खबर आसतली काल पंचायतीन आमी हांगासर विजीट दिल्लेली. सो ओवरऑल हांगासली आतां जर परिस्थिती आमी पळयत जाल्यार आमच्या गांवच्या लोकांची 6 लाख सुमार स्क्वेअर मिटर सुमार जागा गेल्ली आसा. म्हणल्यार आयज मेरेन तांकां हांगासर कितेंच तेजो मोबदलो दिवंक ना नाल्यार आनी तांकां कसलेंच आश्वासन दिवंक ना. आमी सगळे जाण आपले ते जमनीक लागून कोर्टान थोडे झगडटात, थोडे मंत्री कडची वयतात मागतात पूण तेजेर कितें जावंक ना. ह्यो जाल्लो जाग्यांचो विशय. बट जी इलेक्ट्रॉनीक सिटी हो कॉन्सेप्ट हाडलेलो तेन्ना आमकां सगळ्यांक सांगलेलें की हांगासर मोठ्या प्रमाणान रोजगार निर्मिती जातली आनी एक आशा जाल्लेली आमकां कित्याक लागून की जेन्ना मोपा एअरपोर्टाचें जे उद्घाटन जाल्लेलें उद्घाटन न्हू मोपा एअरपोर्टाचें जे फावंडेशन स्टोन लेयींग जाल्लो त्याच बरोबर इलेक्ट्रॉनीक सिटीचोय फावंडेशन स्टोन माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदीजीच्या हातीन जाल्लो. सो आतां मोपा एअरपोर्ट हो रेडी जाल्लो आसा अशें म्हणटात. तेजें उद्घाटनूय माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदीच्या हातीनूच जातलें अशेंय आयकोंक येता. त्याच बरोबर एक अपेक्षा दिसलेली की हांगासलेवूय इलेक्ट्रॉनीक सिटीचें कितें तरी जातलें आनी तेवूय आमच्या माननीय प्रधानमंत्रीच्याच हातीन जातलें अशें जाल्लें. पूण आयची जर स्थिती पळयत हांगासर जाल्यार अजून मेरेन हांगासर चड कितें काम जावंकूच ना. फक्त जर तुमकां दिसतात जाल्यार रस्ते दिसतले. त्या भायर जे कितें एक मेन रस्तो जो जोडलो गेल्लो जातलो जो इलेक्ट्रॉनीक सिटीनसून हायवे मेरेन नॅशनल हायवेक मेरेन तेजें एक्विजिशन जालां काय ना हेवूय कितें खबर ना, कसलेंच काम ना. सो बेसिकली जर खंयची कंपनी बरी येतली जाल्यार ह्या इलेक्ट्रॉनीक सिटीन जाल्यार तांकां येवपाक रोड ना. सो तो रोडूय जावंक ना.
Vinod Mehta for Herald TV.
The glitz and glamour of IFFI has entered its 4th day with celebrities and delegates gracing the event. The White Dream, a short film on the stigma around mental health, directed by Vaibhav Naik, has been selected among the top 10 in the Goa section of IFFI and will be screened at Inox Panjim on November the 23rd. The cast spoke about the challenges of filming a movie on such a complex subject. The film boasts a cast which includes Prerna Palekar, Alisha Menezes, Isha Neswankar and Aditya Verma.
नमस्कार, हांव प्रेरणा सुधाकर पालेकर. हांव एक कथक नृत्यांगना आनी नाट्य कलाकार.
सर आज तुमचे इफीन आहात तुमचें कितें सांगपाचें फर्स्ट फिल्म तुमचें कितें
येस दी वायट ड्रीम जी मस्करा स्टुडियोजान प्रोड्यूस केल्या त्या फिल्मान हांवें इंट्रोड्यूस केल्लो आसा. इट वॉज अ वंडरफूल एक्सपिरियन्स फॉर मी. तो कॅरेक्टर खूब चॅलेंजींग आसा आनी इट इज बेसिकली ऑन मेंटल डिसऑर्डर. सो त्या मनशाक कितें दिसूंक शकता कितें दिसूंक शकना ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टींचो विचार करून एक ऑब्जर्वेशन्स करून आनी एक म्हणटा तें खोल वचून त्या कॅरेक्टराचो अभ्यास करून हांवें रोल प्ले करपाचो प्रयत्न केला आनी तो तुमच्या मुखार आसा.
कितें दिसता तुमकां तें तुमी इफीन वन शॉट इफीन भितर सरले तुमकां कितें सांगपाचें व्हडले फिल्म आसता ते येवपाक रावता.
इट इज कम्प्लिटली अनएक्सपेक्टेड आतां चिंतूंक नाशिल्लें बट आय रिली फील वेरी हॅपी अबाउट ही फिल्म हांगा पावला कित्याक चिंतनासतना जाल्लें आसा आनी आय वॉज इन टू थिएटर म्हणजे नाटकां हांवें खूब केल्लीं आसा पूण फिल्मान केन्ना करूं नाशिल्लें. तर पयल्याच वेळान जर हें जालें जाल्यार ही म्हाज्या खातीर खुबूच व्हडली गजाल आसा एंड आय फील वेरी प्रावड अबाउट.
तुमकां कोणाक श्रेय दिवपाचो हेजेर तुमचे
म्हजी एंटायर टीम मस्करा स्टुडियोजची जेंच्यांनी फिल्म उबी केला तशेंच म्हजी फॅमिली आनी फ्रेंड्स जी म्हाका सदांच आनी म्हजी टिचर्स जी म्हाका सदांच सपोर्ट केला.
आनी कितें प्लॅन्स आहा फुडें?
बेसिकली इन टू डान्सिंग बट प्लॅनिंग टू टेक सच ऑपॉर्च्युनिटीज इफ आय गेट इन फ्युचर टू फिल्म्स.
फिल्माचें नांव कितें तुजें?
द वायट ड्रीम.
Kind of fun. We got to study a lot of things which we didn't know, like the process of learning about mental issues. We got to learn from there. So with the process, the flow, we just went with the flow, and automatically our characters came up on the screen. I had to personally study about mental disease, so that was kind of scary because usually we see we really don't get to know who's suffering from what. So that was the most difficult thing to understand the character, learn learn particular things. Like this was there are things in disorders like to get illusions or just delusions and all. So to learn about them, I used to get personally scared in the darkness and all. I used to think about the same thing full 1 month that process. I was into that only. So I was scared what if it really happens to me. So that was the thing. So it was kind of easy because the whole team was there, kind of support, a lot of nice support we got. So, and we used to understand each other very well. So that's how we did it.
Sagun Gaude for Herald TV.
The office of the South Goa Zilla Panchayat convened a meeting on Wednesday to discuss various matters put forth by the members, such as letters sent by the government requesting the ZP to return 25 crore funds used for the utilization of the Zilla Panchayat. The Zilla Panchayat members will write to the CM requesting him to let the Zilla Panchayat use funds for development purposes. The Zilla Panchayat will also write to the chairperson of the Kadamba Corporation requesting him to deploy buses in remote areas. The ZP will also write to the health department to assign doctors to the Veli and Netravali health centers.
Points आयले ते वेल्ली जे हेल्थ सेंटर आसा थंय तांकां एक डॉक्टर जाय अशें थंयच्या मेंबरान एक सांगिल्लें आसा ताजे संदर्भांतले आमी लेटर हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंटाक करतलीं मागीर जो एक साको सामको मोडपाचे हेजेर पाविल्लो आसा तो दुरुस्त करपा खातीर PWDक लेटर दिवचें अशें म्हणून तांणी सांगिल्लें आसा मागीर बाकीचे जे आसा ते आमचे इंटरनल म्हणजे काम कंप्लीट जालें की लेटर घेवपाक जाय इंजिनियरां कडल्यान ते सगळें आसा तो प्रोसेस आमी करतलीं आमचो जो कितें आसा तो मागीर 25 कोटी जो आमचो फंड येदो उलयता आसतना सांगिल्लें आसा की 25 कोटीचो फंड आमचो तो आमचो हेजनात आमकां जो वापरपाक ऑफिसा खातीर येता तो फंड आमकां रिटर्न दिवचो असो म्हणून गव्हर्मेंटान आमकां लेटर केल्लें आनी सगळ्या मेंबरांचे हें आसा की तो फंड आमकां रिटर्न न करता तो आमी डेवलॉपमेंटल फंड म्हणून मागून घेवचो सरकारा कडल्यान पूण त्या संदर्भांतले आमी सरकाराक म्हणजे लेटर केल्ले आसा आनी CMा कडेन आमी उलोवन ताजेर कितें करपाक मेळटा पळय तें आमी पळयतलीं दुसरें जें आसा तें कदंबा बस खंय खंय जाय चालू करपाक जाय त्या संदर्भांतल्या चेअरमनाक लेटर करून ते कदंबा बसी चालू करपाक जाय ते लेटर करचे अशें म्हणून एक ठराव घेतिल्लो आसा एक हेल्थ सेंटर आसा आनी थंय डॉक्टर ना त्या डॉक्टर दिवचो अशें म्हणून ताकाय बी आमी हेल्थ सेंटर म्हणजे हेल्थ मिनिस्टराक आमी एक लेटर करपा आसा आनी सरकारान जी एकलव्य स्कीम जी शिक्षणा खातीर केल्ली आसा ती एक बरी स्कीम आसा आनी ती खरीच शिकपी भुरग्यां खातीर ती एक बरी हें जावन आशिल्लो त्या खातीर अभिनंदनाचो एक ठराव हांगसर घेतिल्लो आसा आनी नुव्या मेन जंक्शन जें आसा त्या मेन जंक्शनाचेर एक म्हणजे सिग्नल जो आसा ताजेर बोर्ड जो आसा पयलीं हेवी व्हेकल्स नॉट अलाउड म्हणून जो कितें बोर्ड आसा पळय तो बोर्ड आशिल्ल्या कारणान ते सिग्नल दिसना तो सिग्नल काडून शिफ्ट करचो अशें म्हणून एक ठराव मांडिल्लो आसा ते आमी लेटर करतली
बोर्ड शिफ्ट करपाक मेळटा बोर्ड मोदी आहा तो रस्त्या मदीं
हय बोर्डूच तेजे संदर्भांतलें कितें करपाक मेळटा तें पयलीं पळोवन आमी हें करता
ZP भवनाचे खंय पर्यंत पावला कितें
ZP भवनाची आमी फायल रेडी केल्ली आसा आमी CMा कडेन उलोवप म्हणजे सगळी फूल आमची कंप्लीट जाल्ली आसा CMा कडेन वचून ताका पळोवपाक जाता जाग्या संदर्भांतले थोडेशे उलोवन ते चालू आसा म्हणजे नेक्स्ट वीक आमकां CMान अपॉयंटमेंट दिता म्हटलें
आनी एक ZPन कितें रेजोल्युशन घातलेलें की नवीन जो ब्रीज जाता ताका स्वर्गीय मनोहर पर्रीकरांचें नांव दिवचें
त्या संदर्भांतले आमी ठराव धाडटले
Aditya Bitwe for Herald TV.
An expert from the Delhi Jal Board was invited to inspect the contaminated River Sal. Ankit Srivastav, an expert from the Delhi Jal Board, said the flow on River Sal could easily be treated within 90 days using the latest existing technology and a decentralized treatment unit. He further claimed that this cost-effective solution can be implemented using a hybrid annuity model. Alleging that the current authorities are turning a blind eye towards the River Sal, Vegas said that the government has failed to take necessary steps to clean the river.
Can only tell you what is the way to solve this problem, but the execution has to be done by the concerned agency. So we'll provide all the documents, how to execute it, how to do it, what are the technical things involved, what could work, what could not work, and then they can take it up. I don't know what is the timeline of that, but I know what is the ideal way, an ideal timeline. Looking at the extent of work, it should not take more than 80-90 days. There are 5 kinds of machinery for removing this water hyacinth. Like this has been happening for centuries. There are multiple kind of machine available for removal of sludge, which is giving you this blackness of water. There are multiple kind of machineries available for treatment of wastewater. And the second part, there are different financial models available. You don't need to spend anything upfront. There are different financial models under PPP model, or what do you call it, HAM model, hybrid annuity model, which is started by central government in Ganga rejuvenation, where contractor will come and invest everything at its own cost. And if it supplies clean water, or if it provides the service, then only you have to pay.
The Minister of Environment and the Minister of Law, that he has to resign, because from the time of 4th November, what I am able to do here, he has not even moved an inch. I brought a consultant today. I will speak to the consultant. I will work towards ensuring that this river gets cleaned. And Cabral needs to move out from this seat. Member Secretary of Goa Pollution Control Board needs to vacate that seat because they are not performing. And they are involved in criminal violence, in allowing this gross. Every day what this is happening is because of their negligence for not able to stop and plug in this everyday waste. Jitne millions of tons of water what is coming here from the sewage, they are not able to stop, and that is violation. And a penalty has to be put. Penalty has to be put on the corporation and on the head of these people who are running this institution. Goa Pollution Control Board head. Penalty has to be put.
Aditya Bidwe for Herald TV.
Known as Goincho Sahib and the protector of Goa, the feast of St. Francis Xavier will be celebrated with much fervour on December the 3rd. Preparations are on in full swing for masses at Old Goa. The Mahdi will be installed ahead of the Navenas after the Mass in the Pandal at 6 p.m. on November the 23rd. The Navenas will start on November the 24th through December the 2nd. The Masses will be celebrated from 6 a.m. and go on till 6 p.m.
Came here and he became a saint through his deeds in his life. He's so much venerated, as you can see here. So many seats for so many people that are going to attend. And for me, it's a privilege as a human being, and a privilege as a pride as a Spaniard, because he was from Spain. He was from the north of Spain. So knowing that a fellow national did that back in the days is fascinating for me.
So today is the first day. It will start from tomorrow, novenas. So are you happy to preach for the Mahdi, which is?
I never heard about Mahdi. Mahdi is the first time that I'm listening about Mahdi, and I think it's a beautiful tradition because it's a syncretism between Catholicism and Hinduism. It's the point where two religions meet, and it's fascinating because, of course, there can be a religion, but there is a culture underneath that is the Hindu culture. Some converted, some didn't, and that's the meeting point, Mahdi. And it's beautiful to see that people from different faith sit here together to venerate the saint, which is a point of union of so many Goans, and that's the beauty about it. It's the union, it's the harmony between all religions here together in Goa.
Bureau Report, Herald TV.
A walkathon was organized on Tuesday evening from Kolva Beach to Betalbati Beach with the aim of raising awareness about breast cancer. The 5-kilometer walkathon for a worthy cause was hosted by brain stroke survivor Glenn Perry, son of the celebrated Goan musical genius Chris Perry. Glenn, a singer-songwriter, has been organizing events to raise public awareness for breast cancer for the past 28 years.
The event today, I'm doing, it's an event to raise awareness for breast cancer. Breast cancer kills millions of people each year. Breast cancer, there are tens of millions diagnosed with breast cancer every year. So my main purpose is to raise awareness, because a lot of people are shy to come and talk about it. They have this stigma, and I want to break that stigma. I want people to come forward, because there is a cure for cancer, for breast cancer, if it's detected in the early stages. People have got to go and do mammograms and screenings, and it's very important because if it's detected in the early stages, it can be cured and it can be prolonged. Today, even stage 4 breast cancer, there is a great prevention and you can prolong your life. So that's the main reason I want to raise awareness. I've been doing these breast cancer awareness concerts, fairs, walkathons for more than 28 years all over the world. this is not the first. It's going on for 28 plus years. And when I first started, like 28, 30 years ago, people, I remember I was doing this concert in Dubai, and there were women who came and made paper balls and threw it on me, saying, "What is he talking about breast cancer? Throw him in jail. What nonsense is he talking about?" I continued year after year after year, and now there's so much awareness about breast cancer, and so many lives are being saved. So through this moment, I want to spread awareness to everyone in Goa and tell people in Goa, do not be shy, do not fear, come ahead, there is a cure. With the mammograms, with the screenings, radiation, and the new therapies that have come up, and you can be cured. So if you have a friend, or you have a colleague, or you have your family, ask them to come forward. Don't be afraid, don't be shy. There's nothing wrong. Breast cancer is a part of the body, just like lung cancer, or ovarian cancer, or any cancer. It's just a cancer. Don't need to be shy. Please come ahead.
Castor Miranda and Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
The Supreme Court of India on Tuesday dismissed special leave petitions filed by the former mining leaseholders seeking to stay the judgment delivered by the High Court of Bombay in upholding the Goa government's order directing them to vacate their leases within a month. As the order was not stayed, it came into effect on June 6, 2022. A division bench comprising Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud and Justice Hema Kohli declined to entertain the special leave petitions under Article 136 of the Constitution and accordingly dismissed them.
The Supreme Court on Tuesday dismissed all mining petitions against order to vacate leases. Earlier division bench of the Bombay High Court comprising of Justice Sandeep K. Shinde and Justice R.N. Lada had dismissed the writ petitions on 7th October 2022. The batch of several writ petitions filed by former mining leaseholders had sought to challenge the Goa government's order directing them to remove all the machinery and equipment from the lease areas. The former lessees were told to vacate the lease areas within 1 month. The state government's order dated May 4, 2022. The state government order followed directions from the Supreme Court that the Goa government use its powers for the purpose of recovering the lease areas. In October 2021, the Goa Foundation had filed a writ petition against the Goa government demanding such an order be issued in the context of specific directions of the Supreme Court of India. Bureau Report, Herald TV.
The Kalangut police are investigating a suspected case of drug overdose which came to light following an attempt to hush up the incident by a doctor from Varanasi, allegedly in connivance with a local doctor. According to information on November the 19th, a couple from North India checked into a hotel in coastal North Goa, and the same night they partied at a nightclub at Anjuna. After they returned to the hotel, the couple did not come out of the room the next day except for the man, who emerged for a few minutes and then went back into the room.
A woman is battling for life after suspected overdose in North Goa hotel. The Kalangut police are investigating the case, which came to light following an attempt to wrap the episode by a doctor from Varanasi, allegedly in connivance with a local doctor. On November 19th, a couple from North India checked into a hotel in North Goa and then partied at a nightclub at Anjuna. After partying, the couple did not come out of the room except for the man, who emerged only for a few minutes and went back in. He then noticed the woman lying in a pool of blood and immediately took her to the primary health center at Kandalam. The doctor at the primary health center also found her condition serious and, according to information, allegedly referred her to a private hospital in a government ambulance. The matter was reported to the Kalangut police on November 20th late at night. The police visited the hotel room and found several syringes in the room and suspected it to be a case of an overdose of drugs. When questioned, the heart surgeon from Varanasi could not give satisfactory replies to the police, whose suspicions grew. They managed to scan her Facebook account and reach out to her friends to get her address. The police revealed that the doctor hailed from Varanasi and is married. He, however, arrived in Goa with a spinster from Delhi. The police contacted the woman's family, who too reached Goa on Tuesday. The police are also investigating the role of the government doctor who referred the patient to a private hospital. Meanwhile, the woman is battling for her life and is on a ventilator, the police said. Bureau Report, Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. Thank you for watching Herald TV News. For more news alerts, please follow us on O Heraldo on Facebook and Twitter. Take care and goodbye.